This is Michael Orrell of MobileBurn.com, and I have in my hands the Nokia N97. We're running the brand new firmware that just came out earlier today, which I'll show you. Let's see, that's 11.2.021. This is a North American version of the device. And also there are over-the-air updates. Of course, we know there isn't one because we just updated it this morning, but I can show you the process just for checking. Go back to the home screen, which is full of widgets. Notice that it also works in landscape mode, which is a little more convenient. I'm going to show you how we can rearrange widgets. So we've got edit content here, and we can take a widget and drag it around the screen, change its position. You can also tap on one to remove it. That's a Bloomberg widget. We're going to remove that right now. Leaves us with an empty cell. We'll tap on that again, add content. You can see with a list of the widgets we have installed on the device, music player, FM transmitter, more contacts, more shortcuts. I'm going to put the music player in there. Tap on this to launch the music application. And we can play a song. Now when we go back to the home screen, you can see the controls here. Another widget we have here is the one from AccuWeather. Since the widgets are web-based, Ajax type technologies, this is actually very similar to the one used on the Palm Pre. The functionality is basically the same, except it also has GPS location. So we can tell it to find our current location using the GPS system, which is pretty cool. It takes a little while to pick up sometimes, but it's quite neat because it'll follow you around wherever you are in the world, and show you current weather conditions for wherever you happen to be, even if you're traveling. There we are. I'm going to pull up the web browser here. Scroll down through the bookmarks and go to the Mobile Burn site. We're on a Wi-Fi connection because up here in the mountains where I happen to be, AT&T's network is pretty weak and T-Mobile's is non-existent. So I'm going to click through this link to get to the full HTML version of the site so you can see how well it renders it. It's going to take some time even on Wi-Fi, but it does work pretty well in terms of rendering things accurately. As you'll see though, navigation around the pages, scrolling and panning and stuff is a little bit slow. Now that the page is loaded, we can pan around a bit, but you can see the delay in the scrolling. It's really quite annoying. Makes it very difficult to use the browser effectively on a complex site. There is double tapping for zooming, but it's a little bit off. You can see the positioning is a little wrong. It's a little too narrow. It's almost right, but it's just a little too narrow. Double tap to get back out again. I'll pull up a different website just so you can see something else. Go to bookmarks again. Hit Yahoo Finance. You can see it's almost impossible to scroll around while the page is still loading though. There we go. Still sluggish though. Definitely better than on the Mobile Burn site though, which has some active JavaScripts running, which seem to slow down everything. There is support for YouTube as well. Loading up the Mobile Burn page right here, and you can see the video coming up in this black area, which of course is flash based on YouTube. You can see it works, and as that little pop-up showed, if we double tap on the player, it'll go full screen. We're going to pull up the Gmail mailbox so you can see what the email client looks like. See, by default it sorts it by time frame, so you tap here, so we can see all the older messages too, because I have a bunch of test messages here. For example, let's look at this one with some attachments. I'm not going to download that large PDF file, but it does work. This is a spreadsheet. And here is a Word document. I'm going to go back to the inbox, and this is a HTML email. You can see it doesn't actually show the colors and bolds and things like that, but there's an attachment. We can view that, and this is the way the email should have come across. You can also have exchanged email accounts, any kind of IMAP or POP. There's a nice setup wizard. It doesn't support folders great. It's still kind of a little clunky to use, especially due to the kind of oddball scrolling in the system. But it's passable as an email client.